Hi everyone, warmly welcome to all of you with another important training, communication and negotiation skills. I can claim these two skills, even though negotiation skills are part of communication skills, but still I'm trying to differentiate them and making them very clear how negotiation skills have a separate kind of solid importance, especially if we truly want to be successful in our life, either professional or social or it's our day-to-day job actually. We negotiate a lot of terms on a daily basis, socially, professionally, even with our friends, family. So it's so important, I'm telling you. So if you're new to our channel, Training Zone, please subscribe, like, and share. I'm sure, like us, you will also be learning on a daily basis something which can be beneficial for your professional life to be more successful, inshallah. So let's start. Before we move on, can I just ask one simple question to all of you? Uh, do you think you have effective communication and negotiation skills right today? If your answer is yes, might be you don't need to waste your time here, right? So if you believe still something new can be here and it will be productive for your career growth or for your business success, then stay. And I'm sure you'll meet your expectations, inshallah. Okay. Thank you very much. See, guys, just as a courtesy, much better if you can put your mobile on silent. It will give you some focus power, which is very much important. Uh, I'm sure you've been listening a lot of time that actions are more louder than words, and it's true. Actions are more louder than words. That is why communication means 59% non-verbal communication. Communication means 59% non-verbal communication. The way you sit, the way you look into the eyes of others, the way you show your gestures, your impressions, your expressions, all are important. That's why actions are more louder than words. And non-verbal communication in one of the critical factor, which will definitely, after Allah's blessing, will be deciding either to make you more successful or just putting you on a failure domain, God forbid. And failure is not, to be very honest, is still a learning opportunity, right? So negotiation and negotiations are a constant feature of everyday life. As I mentioned earlier, we do it all the time, with our family, friends, and a range of people and organizations. So can you just recall and think about what type of negotiation you do day to day in your company? Either you're working as a president of the company or CEO of the company, or you're the general manager or the managing director or the director. A lot of positions are there, or you're the operation manager, or you're the production manager, or you're a quality assurance manager, or you are a safety manager, or you are environmental engineer or manager, you are the safety supervisor, or you are a IT expert for your company, or you are a procurement manager in your company. So whatever position you have, can you just recall and think what kind of negotiation you do day to day in your company? And I'm sure you'll be surprised how much negotiation is going on a daily basis. And some agreements every day we are doing socially and professionally. So let me ask one open-ended question, and I'm sure the guys who are more interested to learn, they will definitely be commenting in the comment box the real root causes of negotiation failures. What's coming in your mind? I'm not asking the Google-based or YouTube-based answer. This question is to your experience, to your mind, mashallah. What your brain or mind is saying, the real root causes of negotiations failures. What's coming in your mind? Let's pause for 5 seconds. And if you filter out your answer, please mention in the comment the real root causes of negotiation failure. Why we fail mostly in negotiations. And I'm sure, one way and another, negotiation every day have a new challenges, either to dealing with new people, new organizations, having some new friends, whatever. Even within our family members, everyone is different, everyone is unique. Even our kids are different than us. So in that context, it's really important to understand the real root causes of failures, negotiation failures. So let's filter out. I'm sure you have commented something there, but we can make some domains like internal factors might be poor preparation. You're not preparing, you're not well prepared, or unrealistic expectations you have, or lack of clear goals, at number three of internal factors, and might be you have inadequate communication, emotional baggage, bias and assumptions, inflexibility, lack of creativity, insufficient authority, and sometimes the time pressure. These are some of the internal factors. And if we talk about external factors, the power imbalance, the culture or language barriers, sometimes we as a professional, as a trainer, as an auditor, as a management consultant, we also face challenges. Might be in some company, 20 different nationalities are working together. So the language is a very key barrier, and culture itself also. But yes, we have to learn how to manage them. So conflicting interests are there, external pressures like the time constraints, stakeholder expectations. So all our interested parties and stakeholders have their own set of expectations from our business, from us individually, even as a collective team of service providers, or we are the manufacturer, or whatever industry we are serving in. Number five is all about lack of trust. I always mention trust once broken is broken forever. And previous my belief was honesty is the best policy, but now it's more determined belief is honesty is the only policy. You have to be honest in all sort of situations. Don't tell lies to your customers. Don't say anything wrong. Whatever words you are speaking up, make sure you own them, you fulfill them. And if you are unable to fulfill them, be transparent, be straightforward to your interested parties, especially to your customers. And miscommunication or misunderstanding. Miscommunication, I'm telling something else, you understood entirely a different story. So some misunderstandings. I hope you all understand. Unpredictable counterparties, changing circumstances, limited resources, regulatory or legal constraints. So these are some of the external. There is like psychological factors also, like confirmation bias, overconfidence, emotional reactivity, self-interest, groupthink, and negotiation fatigue. Sometimes we got fed up. The negotiation gone really lengthy. So we have no more energy to listen to each other. So or we are getting no results. So just talk, 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 and at the end got nothing. So that's why negotiation fatigue is an interesting topic to understand. Relationship-based factors like trust issues, as I mentioned, the communication breakdowns, conflicting personalities, the past conflict, or different values and interests, power struggles, dependence on interdependence, or cultural or social differences, or history of failed negotiations, or no smiling face. It's a terrible factor or of our negotiation failure. So bear in mind, guys, when we provide training for effective communication, is for 3 days program, and in 3 days we basically deliver different modules, and negotiation is one of the module of effective communication skills. But today our focus would be more like negotiation skills because it's part of the communication as well. So let's. Any examples are coming in your mind? The examples of negotiation skills. What type of a negotiation day to day going on, like especially you as a professional or as a friend or as a head of the family or as a relative of your relatives, how you are negotiating, and can you give some examples? You can highlight in the comment. Let's pause for 5 seconds and then we'll move on because I'll be sharing some examples for sure. Okay, I hope you have commented. So, verbal communication skills are really important, like active listening, clear and concise communication, asking open-ended questions, provide feedback, using persuasive language, make concessions, use time-sensitive language, and creating a sense of urgency, highlighting mutual benefits, summarizing agreements. So, these are some of the verbal negotiation skills which we need to be improving. Non-verbal negotiation skills are like maintaining eye contact, you know, it's part of the non-verbal communication also. Positive body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, proximity and personal space, gestures and postures are critically important. Imagine if I don't have smiling face and no enthusiasm, no emotions, might be you will not be listening me, right? So it's really important how you act on, so your words and your body language should have some connection actually. So dress and appearance, of course, is matters a lot. But normally on YouTube, we our purpose just to sharing the knowledge. So we sometimes don't dress up so much professionally because normally we it's kind of a welfare project. We want to train people like through YouTube, and later on we have no idea either we'll be getting something out of it or not. Using silence effectively, so silence is gold, mirroring and matching and reading non-verbal cues, that's also important. Real world examples of negotiations I can share, like business to business sale negotiations going on, labor union negotiations, international trade agreements we do, the real estate transactions, conflict resolution, or personal kind of relationships. Salary negotiations are very critical part, especially for the people who are mostly seeking jobs. And even the freshers, they must have to understand the key tools how to negotiate salary, because salary, of course, is kind of a fruit you get after 1 month hard work, mean 30 days hard work, then you get your salary. So make sure your salary is appropriate, sufficient according to your skill set or even to your expectations. Purchasing or procurement negotiations is a very, I claim is kind of a backbone of every business. And joint venture negotiations, well, any company now, it's an era of joint ventures. So be ready to have a joint venture kind of negotiation skills, because the word will be coming to you if you have a particular kind of service or manufacturing industries. People really want to collaborate and try to have a joint venture with your organization. So mediation, arbitration, and diplomatic negotiations are there. These are some of the top 10 examples. But remember, four stages of negotiations are there. If you really want to be a better negotiator, make sure you are prepared well, your presentation is excellent, you have some bargaining kind of skills, and you know how to convince others with your planned kind of things, because you did your homework. Now you're on the table, so you're discussing bargaining. So make sure have a win-win situation. So closing phase is also critically important. So be ready to be expert in four stages like preparation, presentation, bargaining, and closing phase. It's just a group exercise, but I'm giving you individual exercise, and then we will wrap up this video. The customer needs 1,000 tons of polyethylene or kind of any other material per month. Your top important negotiation points to response and lack the business deal. So lock the business deal. So what would be your important negotiation points? Like if somebody wants to buy 1,000 tons of any material per month, and can you just highlight in your comment box how you're gonna deal with this type of great opportunity, because if you get business opportunities, you get demand, then of course you try your level best to fulfill the supply chain all the way just to deliver this 1,000 tons. Either you buy from others or you manufacture within your own company. So just an example, consider it's kind of an individual exercise. Complete this exercise. You can even highlight in the comment box. So let's learn from each other. And also, please highlight your criteria for minimum maximum order quantity as per your capacity. Like if I can deal one training project or auditing project per day, why I'm committing and agreeing maybe 5 projects per day. But if my capacity allows me that I can manage 5 different projects, then it's definitely we do agreement based on our capacities. So take care of yourself, and I hope, like me, you will also be a good learner for negotiation skills. The biggest room in the world is the room for further improvement. So I'm also trying to improve daily basis. I'm learning, and what I'm learning, I'm sharing. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself.